welcome to Ascoli Fitness for another video inspired by yoga and animal flow. I hope you're gonna like this. There's gonna be a short introduction with me doing some warm-up. Feel free to stop, watch what I'm doing and try and repeat it. Here we start with preparing our wrist to go on a tabletop position or quadruped, or call it however you want it. And basically we're gonna start one hand per time and we're gonna follow with both. So yeah, just watch the video and do like so. Circle in one way and to another. On our next exercise, we just go onto our elbow from that same position, and we're gonna basically rock back and forth, trying to keep them close to each other, stretching the triceps like so, and the lats, and I'm really pulling back with my hip, and I stabilize with my knees, with the inside of my knees. There's another basically a variation, a correction with the knees open in child pose. And I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, 35 seconds or so. Feel free to do a little more, This next exercise, we're gonna switch on our core. And you can do this on both positions. You can stay on in a child pose to get more groining area stretch and strengthening. If that noisy, you can stay in tabletop. And you can follow this with some hip cars movement, basically moving, driving the knees out to the side and back, kicking back like a donkey kick, like you see in the video. And obviously repeat both sides, like so. Here we have some spinal movements for a cat-cow position. Inhale and exhale. Big inhale as your belly reach the floor, and exhale as you round the back up in cat position. And then we can add a little left to right, looking at your tails for some lateral flexion as well. And then we have our knees warm up. I'm gonna start to train the ankles and the knees with my body weight, a little flex with the music, never hurts. And I'm going lower and lower each rep. Keep this going as much as you need. And here we move to 99 switches from side to side. And that's gonna be followed by different inclination from my back. You can go down to the elbows, you want, or all the way down to the floor sometimes for the very lower back. And here I'm pushing forward, staying in line, aligned with the spine, in line with the hip. And on this next one, we move into 99 switches with a lean back. And basically I'm still stretching other areas as well. We stay from our 99 switch kind of setup, and we push up with our knees driving through the floor. And this is for those one with stiff hips. We're gonna open our leg wide and we're gonna push forward, trying to get into a pancake position. These in fact they call pancakes, and I'm gonna go lean side to side, trying to stay as straight as possible with the low back and move within the hip. You know, let the hip inside be moved. After that, we can start turning on our hip flexors and our core as well. Again, sit up straight. Try not to bend anything in the upper body. Drive through the floor with the hands. Get some, think about the L sits. And then here's another variation. I did with a T pose, so we don't cheat, and then we even have to use more of our core engagement to then lift up. And there's a nice way to wake it up as well. Some balancing poses. Check where the balance at, trying to see where your core stabilization is at, how your core stabilizes the rest of the body. And here we move into a frog pose, aka low squat, and into a forward fold, leaning left to right, trying to relax the upper body. I am playing a little bit with my hamstrings, stretching the legs and bending them. Find a comfortable level for yourself here. Here we keep going side to side, and I'm really trying to loosen up my upper body, my head, neck included, and I'm gonna roll up and back down. Here I'm testing again my core, a bit of an airplane pose, aka flat back position, meaning you are reaching that 90 degrees with your head aligned with your butt, and then you push your scapula together to then roll back down, as you see in the video. A little bit of yes and no as well to relax the neck and loosen up what's tight. And we're gonna meet up into our tabletop from some more core activity, stabilizing poses. We're gonna be lifting one leg and the other arm, the opposite arm I should say. Watch the video if you're confused. And then we're gonna try to play around with this in this position a little bit, push through the mat and find your way. There's no particular rule here, just trying to keep your knees aligned with the hip. And for a nice dynamic stretch, and we're gonna start going into our first lunges. And we start our flow with a low lunge position, and then we're gonna push with our hips and then press down with our feet to activate our glutes and legs. And then once the base is solid, we're gonna raise up to back bends lightly, using our inhale to expand and our exhale to roll back to our starting position. Then we raise up from the ground up again, always the same rule, and then we repeat the same movement, and then we're gonna open up into warrior one, and then we're gonna go to the side, reach the ground, trying to keep the solid, the base and the core intact here. We move into a twist. In a high lunge position, you can raise the knees or you can lower it if you fancy, if you feel that is too hard. And then we're gonna meet up into a plank to reset. From here, a little core compression, checking in, and then rinse and repeat to the other side. You can stay here for a few more reps. I am just doing one for the purpose of the video. But really take your time with these high lunges and T pose stretches and twisted to tune in, let's say. So just notice that this will help your lower back and your hips mobility. And then if you've been working out the day before, maybe with your legs, and you want like a nice full body stretch, this could be the flow for you. So again, I'm speeding up this process, but feel free to watch this video and pause the video to any pose that you wanna, study a little bit. And then feel free, to tell me in the comments. I can help you out if you can't quite get it yet. And then we're moving to posterior chain activation. We're talking about from literally the head to the toes. Everything is contracting up and checking in. And then we're gonna reset body to the floor on a big inhale and exhale, push out into a plank. And then yet you move into a downward dog. So again, take your time here. Walk your feet, walk your dog out. Stretch, and then kick the leg up and go through your nose for another high lunge position. Again, we're gonna try and repeat the process to the other side religiously or the best that we can. Here I moved my upper body aligned then to the center, in between of the center of my hips. And then I'm gonna reach down for another T-stretch. Feel free to move this flow the way you think it's best after you get comfortable with the shapes and you get strong enough to hold them without too much effort. And take your time to just like check in with your core. Inhale, expand everything, expand the rib cage, expand the belly, and then when you exhale, you can use that to push and contract, like I did just there on that push-up. Again, I'm moving into a downward dog and some core compression, kicking the leg back and out to activate different area of that area. That sounds funny. And then we're gonna control down for a tabletop. And then we can finally move into the other side, basically facing up this time. So we're gonna try to stay as straight as possible with our back. And then we're gonna balance the weight of our lower body basically to counterbalance our upper body. And then we're gonna control our ways up and downs to the mat. We're gonna take it into a glute bridge or a hip thrust, pushing our shoulder down again. Try not to move the hip. As you can see, they stay parallel to the floor and to the knees. And then we're gonna push through the floor and then move into a single leg to get a little bit more glute squeeze and core compression. I'm gonna play around with some shape here, kicking it up and then kick it forward, moving to the heels. There's different variations there. If you're more curious about this position, there's plenty of stuff that you can do, and it will help you with your lower back as well, especially because improving your hips and your glutes, and then your core in general, your legs will not only improve your lower back, but also save you from injuries and other problems that you will face otherwise if you don't move it. This twist is a nice and gentle twist. We're moving to our last bit of this flow. So I slowly phase into relaxation. And then every breath I take, I am gonna try to inhale and expand again and exhale and extend the twist this time, relaxing, releasing the tension in the body. And then I bump my hip towards the center to be aligned with the shoulder, to have the spine straight to then be able to twist it safely. Don't put too much pressure on this one. Don't stay in there too long, I'd say, especially if you might have some back problems. But yeah, explore that position. There's another yoga pose is a happy baby. I'm stretching the hamstrings. I am holding my feet from the outside, and I'm kicking out one leg, then the other, and I'm playing with both. I like moving my hip up a little bit as well. Sometimes helps me giving a little bit of extension in that lower back stretch. Gentle with this again, and everybody has its own level, of course. I am not perfect yet. I've been working on it for a few years. I had many injuries, but I'm happy where I am at the moment. 33 years old, you can feel it. And then the only way sometimes to keep it real is to hit the mat, hit the ground, look at yourself, be humble, and then release any tension you don't need to hold, and really have a good look. This is very healthy for body and mind. It's a mindful movement. It's not only a very generous contraction, stretch of all the muscles, strengthening of the tendons, the ligaments, and therefore the joints, giving support to each of those elements of our body. And then, this is just, obviously I'm talking over, this is some just relaxation. You can extend this to as much as you like. I sometimes allow myself to even fall asleep into this, but just sink in with the breath. That's what I'm trying to explain here in the video with my hand gesture. And namaste, guys. Thank you very much. Little dance to shake it off. And I'll see you soon to the next one. Please leave a like and share. It's really hard to make this video nowadays. There's a lot to do. I'm a very busy person. Hopefully you are getting busy too. And if you ain't, you have some spare time that you want to fill up and try something new, please refer this to a friend. Try it yourself, see how it feels, and hit me up for more comments, and then we'll get back at you very, very quick. See you soon. It's been a pleasure for me. This is from Ascoli Fitness. I'm Tom, and I'm a personal trainer. I'm a sport massage therapist, and that is it. I'm gonna put down in the description some more info as well if you want to check.